There you are. Okay, you back away. Good. It's out in the water. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Snowmeth, it's a pleasure to see you.
Yes! For the wider ones now? We've given them a specific... You can stand on top of missile megs. Just make sure to carefully time your jump. Oh, I'm bad at that. As I was saying... I have heard word of this cow. This cow is important. I have heard word of this cow. Excuse me, cow. How are you? Cow?
Yo. A Pixel Rose. How you doing?
I'm so happy right now. You can nuzzle the cow. I was told hug the cow.
Oh, hello, Elusivities. Fancy
I
seeing
was told you
here.
can hug the cow. This is a full-on cuddle. I love you, cow. I love you so much. Wait, can I? Yes! I found what it's for. Have I disciplined the child? Do you only know how to handle if I use a gun? Ada seems confused. What do you want from me? Oh, it doesn't want me to fight it. Now, I know you don't want me to fight it, but I want to fight it. I shouldn't try to fight it. It's too strong for me.
I'm still really sad about that Ni no Kuni game because it looked like a lot of fun. And like I was enjoying myself, but then they started making it extremely NFT and crypto based. Sad times. Hello, everyone. I'm not having the best mental health day, so I do apologize. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all are lovely. And thank you all for coming by. Hello to Snow, hello to Rose, hello to Elusive. Hello, hello. That's all the check-ins. And then hello, Minerva. Alright, where am I? We're going to Bucketon. Wait, did I finish whatever I was doing last? I don't feel like I finished whatever I was doing last. Oh, okay. I didn't, and it's literally Bucketon. Okay. Okay, I got it. But yeah, I'm low energy today. I haven't eaten. I can't seem to convince myself to eat today, so that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, we were cleaning the floor in there. We did that before we ended. Hey, Avon. The one thing that gets me with this Oh, awesome, Avon. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Door. Someday I'll get some of the stickers for myself. Someday. Ugh. That's one of the things with my new computer case. Like, I look at it and I go, oh, I really want to, I would love to, like, put stickers on it. And my brain is also doing, but do you really want to put stickers on such a wonderful case? And it's like, no. I'm conflicted. Oh God, I gotta sneeze. Hey, woo! I'm okay. Hi. The air is getting dry. Really dry. Thank you. Ooh, that sounds fun, Door. I appreciate that, Minerva. Brains suck. Oh, thank you, Sonia, for the resub.
Funky Sumia just subscribed to us for another month. That's 26 now.
That's like a year, right? Almost a year. Almost a year, Sonia. You're almost there. That's kind of what I was thinking, Elusive. I'm wondering if there's a way I can get, like, some sort of, like, decorative panel for it. That I could, like, drape over it, maybe, or something. I don't know. Because for those of you who have seen the new case, you can see it on my throne. There's like, ways to help me pay it off on there. But I'm glad I ordered it when I did, though. I'm watching the RAM prices keep going up. Like, that RAM that I have is now, like, it's now over, like, $1,500 in some places. I want to be clear, I paid, I believe the final number was $350 was the cost of the RAM that I got on my computer. You know, I'm really glad I ordered it when I did, because yeah. Part of why I'm just like, I'm ordering it now. I know we haven't hit the goals yet, but I'm not going to be able to get it if I don't. And they said they haven't increased the prices yet. Like, we're doing this. I do want to check the RAM when it arrives, because I don't have the specifics on the RAM, but I do want to check the specifics of the RAM when it arrives and compare it to I want to compare it to my current RAM and see if they're the same speed. Because if they're the same speed, I can put some of the RAM I have in, but I'm not 100% on the exact RAM. For what it's worth, there's literally an attachment for my case that is magnetized, Door. That's a little straw because it's cute. So, and that's held on with a magnet. So magnets are perfectly fine with that case. Oh, by the way, the music, for those who can hear the music, is from a game called Kotoban no Puzzle. I actually meant to look, I want to look this up. Kotoban no Puzzle. Because it was in my suggested things. Kotoban no Puzzle. I don't know. I don't have an answer, Somya. Kotoban no Puzzle is a series of Japanese word puzzles. Developed and published by Bandai Namco. It's apparently on the PS4, but it's probably in the Japan-only one. It's similar to Scrabble, which means I'm never going to be able to play it. That is a game for OBC, I think. Yeah, no, totally valid, Door. I think the fear of magnets has heavily influenced a lot of people. But magnets are not nearly as bad now as they were for electronics back back, say, 2 decades ago. Like, it's still obviously good to keep magnets away from stuff, but it's nowhere near as much of a threat. Be careful with earth magnets, though. Don't stick earth magnets on random things. That's still... Okay, not that song. Disliking that song, because that's just shouting at me in a language I don't understand. Don't get me wrong, it sounded encouraging, but... I'm also out of caffeine, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I should get more, because I've honestly been drinking too much, It's not exactly caffeine, but, like Dr. Pepper, I've been drinking far too much, and I do feel I should cut back. Ugh. Do. It's interesting that I think this is something I find really odd here. The bar is in a lowered section of this. Like, this is a bar. They put the bar in the lowered section, so skaters are likely to fall into it, where I feel like it should be in a raised section, so it's harder for skaters to get up to. Am I wrong? Like, they've done that kind of backwards. Oh, that was satisfying. That was really satisfying right there. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, Tyga. Oh, I was talking about this a bit in the Discord last night. I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do for Streamloots cards. And currently the idea that is going through my mind for the new Streamloots cards is to mainly focus on just doing a big graphic for them to make them more... the card itself more flashy and less visually interesting than my current ones. But to have them maybe roll over the corner of my screen in the upper left, like have them actually like roll over that spot, and then I would probably adjust the stars, the sticker stars, to not stick to that spot where they'd appear. But have it roll over and be on a little scroll. The issue my brain is having, though, is getting it to look visually correct with... to have it look visually correct given the general color scheme of my overlay, right? Putting a scroll may not look right. But I think if I do it right with the proper... adding, like, directional lighting, or not directional lighting, but cast lighting onto it, I think it might work. Like, just as a thing. So, this is the color. This is the color right there that I've kind of got right now for it. But I don't know how I feel about that as a, like, if that's what I want yet. I'm not sure. I don't know what y'all's opinion is on it, but that's kind of what I've got right now. So like doing that texture, right? Having that slide in, but it'll come off of, instead of where it's coming off right now, it'll come off of like right there, and it'll roll over the edge of the over the edge of the screen and roll down. That's the current idea. I don't know if it's a great idea, but that's the current idea. So. Yeah, it worked. It's very much, it definitely works, and it does, the placement is good, but it's, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's something that I want to have for a long time, so I'm trying to be very thorough with my thought process on it. Like, I'm still not happy having, like, the sub goal where I do, right? Like, there's things that just don't feel the best. So getting it right just is gonna take me a while. Like, I think it works. I think the idea is sound, but I don't know if it's what I want yet. But that's where my brain is currently at with it. I'm not gonna do it till I have animation software and all that set up on the other computer, which I don't even know if they've started assembly on it, because I haven't received any update emails or anything. So, but that'll be one of our projects for when the new computer arrives and whatnot. Do 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 do. Christmas. Sorry. Do 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 do. This isn't a bad song for puzzle games, though I do think I may have chosen poorly for this stream in general with that music. It's not bad. I just don't. I'm not getting. I was expecting more energy. More energy. More passion. Let's see. You look like you'll have energy. Oh, I love storms. I'm sorry you're freaking out. I love storms personally, though. Come on. There we go. Do-do-do. I think that's just a side effect of living in the Midwest, is very much going, yep, nope, love storms. Unless you live in a tornado area, then slightly less love for storms, but... This isn't enough energy either, music. You know what? That's fair, Door. I hate driving in storms. I will 100% give you that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This'll work. Ridge Racer soundtrack. Yeah, I guess if a dog is not freaking out, it's usually probably better. I don't like that I've been called Angel by that text message. There we go. There we go. I didn't even realize there was a pizza slice there. Ow! Hey, Amaru. There we go. Now I can reach the top of these. 50 slaps. Nope. I'm forgetting. Whoop. The game's already doing the lag thing. Fantastic. I'm forgetting the name of the third artist. But did y'all hear there was a new there's a new animated movie coming to, I think it was Adult Swim, or it's published by Adult Swim. But it is written by Pendleton Ward, Rebecca Sugar, and I'm forgetting his first name, but Moto, I think, was the one that was the third name. So be prepared for a really, really wonderful, beautiful, artistic journey. Hey, Una. I'd say hi to Minerva, but I already greeted Minerva. Okay. Oh. Ah. Gotta get the ceiling. Hey, Sharon. God, these random lag spikes. I really hope whatever's going on with that they're patching. Because I'm gonna be real, it's annoying. Yeah, my check-ins are fun. They have like random chances of doing a bunch of different things, and then those track. Not everything gets tracked either, so there's no like person being in the lead or anything like that. It's all just its own thing, you know? Something I need to do when I'm gonna add the teams. Because I'm gonna be adding teams to my streams. And something I need to work on in regards to that is I want the hearts that appear on my head to be team related. Yeah, it's every quick save is causing a lag spike. I want to do a I want to make the hearts each team's color. I'm gonna have to make recolors of those. I need to focus on this section. Focus on this section. Yeah, people do a lot of different things. I've had this kind of thing when it comes to tracking stuff, is I don't feel like I don't want any of the tracking things to be what feels like missing out for people. Hey, VJ. So I want to try and make sure anything I do, if it has numbers attributed to it, are more random. The exception is like the billboard redeem we have, right? Because the billboard gets more expensive every time it's redeemed by 1. It's currently up to 3,023 times that it's been redeemed, or 3,020. Yeah, 3,023 times it's been redeemed. And I like that that's getting more expensive each time. Things like that I think is fun, but it's that matter of like slowly. The lag spikes are not cool. I shouldn't be like, I'm not on my PC. Like, my PC is the like, let's put it this way. When you see these lag spikes, that is the game actually lagging. Like, I'm playing it on my PS5. It should not be lagging. It is a game-related design issue. Just to be clear on that. It's the game. That's the game. I'm going to try that. I'm going to turn off auto clean. Or auto save, sorry. Did you play on PC or PS5? This is what I'm saying. There's an issue with the PS5 itself doing this. It's like not clearing the RAM properly, or there's an optimization issue somewhere in there. But I think it's the autosave. Ding. Because I had this same issue with a previous level. I think I had it a little bit on the barn. It's like it's the bigger, more complex levels that are doing it. So I think it's not reducing the size of the file. It may not be clear. What it may not be doing is because to my understanding, they've created texture maps on things for when they exist, and then it cleans the surface. Logically, I think when the surface is clean, what they should be doing is, if it's not possible to get the thing dirty again in some fashion, they need to delete the texture off of it entirely. Because there's, in theory, or they need to delete the shader on it, because they're running a dirty shader that you clean, and then it does the ding. In order to save on resources, it should delete that shader entirely, because you don't need it. Or at least disable the shader. But I think it's keeping the shader running, and it's just running it as clean, and I think that's where the issue might be coming in. Not 100%, but that's my guess. Because every surface in this game has a filth shader that refers to a texture on it, and then as you spray it, you change the color on it, and then it knows where to apply the dirt. That's just how that works, and that is the way one would go about that. Pretty straightforward. That's also how it works in like a lot of like games with spray paint, painting any surfaces manually. That's how that works. That's fine. The problem is that if it's just saving the shader and letting the shader go there, you end up with a whole bunch of shaders that are doing nothing when it's clean. And also, there's a lot of reflections on this level, which means that there's a lot more lighting adjustments it's doing if it's not disabling those properly. So just like a handful of things that could be contributing to the issues. I don't know which one is, but there are a lot of things that could be. Is my main point. So I don't know which one it is. But I haven't had any lag spikes since I turned off autosave, so I think it's because it's saving the positions of all those, and it's being like, yep, oh. Wait, where? You. Okay. I want to fly! Looks like we got filth up there. When in doubt, blame the gnomes. But I look forward over the next year to actually doing game design and stuff on stream, and then you can all see that I actually do know what I'm talking about when it comes to game design. And I'm not just making shit up. Now granted, I will say I don't know how to handle a lot of the bugs, I just know what causes bugs, is more of a way to talk about this. Like, I don't know the fixes for some of the issues that arise in games. Sometimes. I know what to do with, like, Z-fighting, I know what to do with stuff like that. But I do not always know the solution, I just know the cause. The rest is going to involve practice and learning and all that stuff. But maybe we'll actually get started on properly making a game next year, and you'll get to relax in a world that I've created fully, right? And you'll get to be along for the ride. Ideally, what I'd also like to do is just make my overlay into a... I've mentioned this before. I want to, like... Because right now, my entire overlay, all the animations on it, all that stuff, that is all happening in OBS. I would, in theory, like to make it all run in its own little separate program. Like, keep the overlay my game and stuff running in OBS, but, like... The rest of it, like the overlay effects and bits like that, have that all in a separate program and allow that to exist as a more controllable thing. You know what, screw it, we'll use... Oh yeah, I forgot, I got rid of the floor washer because actually, like, the floor washer not having an upgraded version makes it... I think that is actually probably a really key shortcoming of the floor washer, right? Like, it's a neat tool, but I see no reason to actually have it once you upgrade your power washer. Because once you upgrade your power washer, you're now more powerful than it and can cover the same area or larger. Which maybe that was the point. It's like, y'all wanted something for this. We gave it to you. But you're gonna get tired of it because there was no way to make it more powerful. But it's like, give me a bigger floor buffer. Barrel, 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 barrel. But yeah, I hope you're all doing alright today. As per the title, I'm dealing with depression more than anything right now. I also, so I looked up a sponsorship. That I've been offered, and I can't find anything entirely negative about it. But it is a food, one of those food service ones, kind of like HelloFresh and stuff. But HelloFresh has a history, and I'm not touching HelloFresh. And I still need to look more into it, but called Cook Unity. HelloFresh and Factor 75 can go do one, but I got offered one for Cook Unity. But I don't know how interested people would be in it. That is the thing. Is I would like it to be probably twice the size of what it currently is, Minerva, the floor buffer, as the final upgrade. I think would be fair. But I also understand that the floor buffer is actually 4 power wash sprayers pointed downward. Which might be why they're not doing that, because it's just 4 power washers. They didn't do, like, some special coating. They just basically stuck 4 power wash nozzles on the bottom of a sprayer. And then they rotate the sprayer, or rotate the floor buffer. But it's also just not powerful enough to clean up a lot of surfaces. Like, this is more than powerful, or more powerful than that floor buffer. Like, this is the white nozzle, and I'm like, look at that. This is the white nozzle, and I'm just like, yeah, let's go. I will give a fun fact about this game, and I think, yeah, it's not, I can't really mess with it on, I can't mess with it on PS5, but if you're on PC, your cleaning speed is directly tied to your frame rate. So if you lower your graphic settings to, like, amp up your frame rate, you'll miss less spots. No, see, I feel like that would ruin some of the fun maneuver. It would be cool, but, like, the cleaning aspect wouldn't be there, right? But yeah, it's definitely related. Okay, so the lag spikes are definitely related to the autosave function, because we haven't saved this whole time. Which also means I do have to consciously manually save, which I'm not actually sure how to do that. Like, how do I say, square. I think what they should give you is a hireable gnome companion that'll do a horrible job cleaning, but will very slowly clean around you. And look for filth, or point towards filth. That's what you need. Hireable gnomes. You okay, bud? Did you choke yourself on the edge of your box? You're okay. Fear was sleeping, but he had his head draped over the edge of his box, and he just woke up. I think he kind of cut off his windpipe, and he freaked out. He's good now. Honestly, this music suits the disco. Nice. But no, like, genuinely, because of the whole, like, gnome plot line, or even what could be fun is, because you have your cats or whatever, give the cats, like, an accessory that the cats can wear, and then, like, you can go over and pet them, and they'll walk towards some of the dirt you might be missing. They don't have to do any cleaning, but maybe, like, they'll walk towards some of the dirt you're missing. But this game doesn't exactly handle movement AI very well, so I get it. Yeah, like giving them a treat. You just go over and then they'll like walk over to like some of the filth and go, hey, here. Oh, okay, thank you. How much money do I have? I could open my inventory and check, or I could just get something to ding. Ding? $1,134. Okay. Yeah, that would work. The Mop Baby onesies. Yeah. Okay. Do we have? I need 3,000 for that. Oh my God. I want it, though. I don't use the, you know, I'm going to get rid of the extender. I only need 70 now. I'm glad you can sell things in this one. That's one thing I'm very satisfied with. This won't damage the equipment. Surely it's fine. We're only using distilled water. Hey, Saranos, how's it going? Tink.
Amazing. Serenote just subscribed to us for another month. That's 11 now.
Doo-doo. Just sit there for a second while it does its cleaning for me. Do 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 do. Ding ding. $52 to go. That's my goal right now. $52 to go. Problem is, everything's like $1. Oh, that speaker was 6, though. Come on. We're gonna get this. It's gonna be great. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ow! Hey, darkness. Okay, the DJ boot. Okay, so that. Well, I hope work goes well for you, darkness. I like this music. $5. And then we get a nozzle I'll probably not use enough. Okay, we got the money. Okay, so here, here, here. Not you. You. Oh my god! Holy! More than anything, it's the water pressure. It is neat, and if I go slow, it does get everything. I think this nozzle's more important right now, but that's good for when I'm trying to get, like, I'm clearly missing something somewhere. Doo-doo-doo. Bow, bow, bow. So that new swirling one is definitely a really nice one. Though I think just using the regular sprayer is probably still more important to me. Or like the better choice for most of the situations. But I think entertainment-wise, that new nozzle is definitely up there. Though they do have a new adjustable width nozzle, which is pretty good as well. But I do like just being able to switch between presets. But like, I need to hit that, so let's go there, go there. Oh, this is really good at a low angle. Look at that. You get a narrow angle on this, you get a lot. Or a shallow angle, sorry. But yeah, I think it's better overall still if I use like the white one or the green one. There is a trident nozzle on the white version of this. If I go over here, the highest power white one. I don't know why it's scrolling on its own. Stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. This one. This is the highest version of the white one, which is no longer white. But it does have a trident nozzle. But to my understanding, they aim together as well, so it does the same as this. Just with less swirly, so... We're getting closer on getting the entire floor clean. Okay, my cat is really cute. My cat is really cute. If you're in the Discord, there's gonna be a photo posted as soon as my phone decides to not be weird. I can see the Persona vibes. It's Ridge Racer, so I mean you're getting heavy like racing game music. And no, what was I gonna say? Oh, sorry. When I went to take the photo, there was also a comment or a like on one of the comments on Cleo's new video. And I just really need to comment on this because I don't understand why people are so wrong and proud of it. Somebody was talking about, for those who don't know, with the whole Quizbot thing. Sorry for minor spoilers there. The question, there was no correct answer. And the person was going, not me shouting Frostwalker. That's not it, though. It is not Frostwalker. There is no enchant that allows you to walk on powdered snow. That's not a thing. Hey, but I just replied, but it doesn't. I'm pretty sure a bunch of the questions were bugged, Somya. If I'm to be honest, I'm pretty sure a bunch of the questions were bugged. Because I am betting you the question about the Wither or Stray or one of each Pokemon was probably Pokemon. Yeah, it's just wearing leather boots. Cleo was right. Cleo said wearing leather boots. But that wasn't a choice. Yeah, just wearing leather boots is the answer. I mean, it's a Christmas event, so it's probably only meant to last until Christmas, right? Like, I would assume it's meant to last till Christmas. So if you're looking at one this week, you would have one next week and one the week after. At most, maybe 4 if you want to get all the way to New Year's. But I gotta agree with some of the comments on Cleo's video. Quizbot just comes in like a sleep paralysis demon and is like the most accurate description. Jesus. Straight up sleep paralysis demon. I have to assume the sleep thing is set to 100% in general, and then I believe there's always like monitors, right? Like it's like there's at least like one person behind the scenes pulling the strings for stuff, so it'll never hit 100%. Excuse me, Yuna? I think you got a monitor lizard. Ah. Valid. Valid. Has anybody done my 3D printing venture idea yet? I want little 3D printed cat ears that sit on the top edges of monitors. Oof, I'm sorry, Amaru. This is weird music. Oh, they're talking about the rollercade. Somebody fronted the cash to get it cleaned and up and running. Nobody knows who funded the roller derby getting repaired. Interesting. That's not as interactive as the other trash cans. Honestly, this music, I mean, this is Ridge Racer for the PSP, but this music gives me old school Sonic Adventure vibes. Ding. The thing is, I talk about, like, the... Ow. Hey, input. I mentioned, like, the whole idea of needing to understand how it's saving all this stuff on here. And I don't take it lightly when I say that, because the game I want to do would involve creating the same kind of thing. Right, like I would need to create the same kind of effect as what's going on here. Because what I want to do is essentially a power wash game. So remembering what's been cleaned is actually kind of important. Which I guess I've also been playing. I was also playing Ambrosia Sky recently, which needed the same thing. But I need to find my own way to do this. I think the catch with mine is that they're always going to be used for stuff. So I don't need, and nothing will ever count as fully clean. Like, you're not meant to be able to fully clean anything, so I don't think it'll need the same kind of caching and detecting if it's fully clean or not. It's just going to be like a slow regen on things. How much money am I up to? 335. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. The problem with this sprayer is, while it does get stuff, it's very hard to actually, like, accurately clean stuff. It looks like that arch is all one thing, so that's partially why it wasn't getting cleaned. It definitely does the work, though, like... Hey, Arcane. I mean, you can say you're late, but I'm also late. What really sucks, though, is my pre-rolls come back on in 3 minutes. I'm going to have to run ads for that last bit if I want to. I don't know how long I'm streaming today, though. I'll be real. Oh, that was good enough to clean that. Do 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 do. Nice, cool. I love the stream streak method. And what's cool is if you're ever afraid you lost it, you can actually watch enough of the VOD and it'll give it back to you. So like if you miss a stream, you just open the VOD. Yeah, I agree, Snow. It's the wiggle nozzle, but a long distance wiggle nozzle. Watching clips does it? I'm assuming the clip has to be from the stream, though, no? I don't know if I get quite enough clips for it. For that to be too helpful. I tend to get my clips in batches. Do 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 do. That was... This is combining Dig Dug and Pac-Man, isn't it? It's called Eat 'em Up, though, so it should just be Pac-Man. But I'm definitely hearing Dig Dug in here. But I guess when you're dealing with very low audio range and classic stuff, you do end up hearing similar notes, especially when it's arcadey stuff. It's making me want to play Murtop again, though. Murtop is a Bomberman Dig Dug combo game that came out like 2 years ago.
Follow
your heart and stuff. Really? What am I missing on the handrail? Ah.
Hello, parental unit. I think
Yeah.
it's time you gave me some food. Go
Maybe.
roll the moss over, please.
Maybe. Maybe. Where? I'm having a fight with this handrail right now, Mari. Ow! Thank you, Snow, for the bits. There is no dirt on the handrail here. No dirt on the handrail here. This one's dirty. With no dirt on it. What's the difference between green and purple moss? I kind of want to transition to the fully to the purple moss, but I didn't feel right just doing it all in one. But the general point of it is that it matches the terrain. If I add in like green plants or something, the moss will be fine. But I don't know. We're world building. Ow. We haven't quite decided what the purpose of it is. But I want to do more and more things based on like that overlay and giving them their own little universe and things like that, right? So making the moss match the world we're on means that, oh hey, they're walking on moss now. We can kind of equate the two, right? We can say that these things are related. We could have maybe like the green mosses, maybe like from like under the water or something. Like maybe we had like little ponds and stuff, and then those ponds could have a like a slight green hue to them, and then that would just be the moss that came out of those. Could work. Instead of the water being blue or whatever. Do do do. But there's options, right? And it's just kind of figuring out what works best in the end, and as we slowly evolve the little world that the calf pints are walking on, and do 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 do. Ugh. Ugh. Ding. I should at least make some tea, because I haven't even drank anything today. I've got a kettle right next to me. Kettle! Kettle! I have powered on the kettle. It's not actually tea. I feel like tea is misleading. But it's called tea. It's not tea, but it's called tea. It's goji berry. It's goji berry and Schisandra berries and dodder, whatever the hell dodder is. I don't know what dodder is. It's a goji berry infusion. Not actually tea. Yeah, I mean, that is fair, Ceranos, but I'm also dealing with massive depression right now. So... It's like, I haven't eaten anything. I'm not saying that it wasn't good. I was simply saying that you need to try and eat something better. I'm also aware that I need to eat better. I'm gonna turn off the rave. There we go. What's going on, Amaru? Oh, the T key on your keyboard, I'm assuming is what you mean? Yeah, that's the thing. It's very hard for me to take care of myself when my brain doesn't want me to be taken care of. Is kind of where I'm at right now, you know? So, it's a battle. I don't know what I'm gonna do for food. I'll have to check the freezer, see if there's anything I can heat up. Let's go here. But yeah, I'm thinking we do some sort of, for the overlay and stuff. I want to do more green accents to the ground. I want to do some special effects that y'all can do that'll change the environment and things like that. I think there'll be a lot of really cool things we can do. But like, what I'd like to do is add weather is the main thing. Like, I want to add weather patterns. I want to be able to let the overlay rain. And then maybe that'll form, like, puddles on the ground and things like that, right? And we can have some cool visual things that are done that way. Phone, why do you have to get all your emails at the same time? Like, why can't you be normal? Oh, I'm sorry, Samia. Is it one with replaceable switches, Amaru? That was one of the things when I had put my latest keyboard on Throne. I wanted to make sure it was something that I could fully clean and take care of. So even if I were to spill something on it, because I have that fun little is it dyspraxia? Is that the term when you basically have the occasional, like, your body just throws something or decides that it can't hold something properly anymore? I feel like it's dyspraxia. I might have the wrong term. But that hits me really bad when I get really stressed out. So I made sure that the keyboard was something that I could get new keys for if I spilled something on it and things like that. And I've had to replace like half the keycaps already. Not the keycaps, but the switches. Oh, gotcha. I had to replace the switches a bunch on this keyboard, but switches are a lot cheaper than I thought they would be. Like, I spent $10 and got like over 100. I don't even remember the actual number. I think there's like 200 in this little thing. It's like, yeah, just replace the switches, replace the switches, replace the switches. And it's like, yep, perfect, awesome. The kettle has finished. Yeah, keycaps are more expensive. Well, keycaps are more expensive to a point. You can probably get some cheap whatever ones, and they probably don't cost much. Custom fancy ones probably cost a lot more, but you can probably just get some really cheap ones if you like desperately need a new keycap. You can probably just get blank ones without anything printed on them and just put it on the spot, write on it with a Sharpie, good to go, you know? Which actually, I just had a moment think about that, like, doing that, not that cool. Like, just doing a Sharpie thing. But now I'm picturing doing, like, water slide labels. Do, like, a whole bunch of water slide labels of, like, different fonts on all the keys on a keyboard. And then, like, sealing the keycaps would actually probably look really cool. Just, like, have a ransom keyboard. Like a ransom note keyboard. Oh, that sounds adorable, Serenos. The one thing that's got me, and I'm gonna have to do something about this. So my current keyboard actually has foam inserts on things like the spacebar and stuff to help with sound dampening. I'm gonna have, and for those who are unaware, on my Throne I had put some Katamari themed custom keycaps that they did. But it includes the spacebar, and then it's supposed to be the spacebar and then the function keys is what it's meant for. The thing is, though, the spacebar's not going to have that, so I'm going to have to get foam to put inside the spacebar. While I definitely don't need to, because I have this, I think I can get the think I can get the extension. I can get an extension. Yeah, that's fine. That actually is probably the one I want. It feels extremely generous with this nozzle. Oh god, door. Do 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 do. But yeah, what I'd like to do for my overlay, I want to, like I said though, I want to add like the ability for it to occasionally just decide, oh, you know what? At random, it's gonna pick a weather type, right? And like we'll have like 50% of the weather options be sunny and normal, but then have it have like these other chances to do like a storm, or have it do like get really, really bright out, or get really, really cloudy, or have it rain, do a thunderstorm. I think would be really cool to just have the overlay kind of doing those. Pretty much, yeah. So I would basically create a 50-50 toss-up. Does it stay sunny, or does it choose a weather pattern? Maybe it'd be like actually, maybe it's probably like a 1 in 4 chance that it's not sunny. And then after that, it will pick one of the random weather things at whatever rate I set those to. But I think it could be really cool to just have these like random weather chances, right? And stuff like that, I think would just be really, really fun. I was originally going to do them as Streamloots cards, but I feel like that's less interesting for the world. Like, I feel like y'all should be able to control things that feel like you should be able to control. And I don't think the weather is something that I feel like y'all should be able to control. I am going to let you control the weather in Minecraft, probably. Have a good one, Door. So when we get back to Minecraft streams, you'll be able to control the weather of my world. I think would be fun. Like, allow it to become rainstorms, allow it to become thunderstorms. All of that. You will still be able to summon fish. I have to rewrite all of the code. This is something to be clear. I have to rewrite all the code because I've lost that. That was on my C drive, so that's gone. So I have to make new cards. New cards that'll do the same thing, but I have to make new cards. I'd like to learn to make things a bit better. I'm still trying to figure out, I've mentioned this before, but I want it to be that if you sub during, like, if you sub during a stream of Minecraft, that it'll summon something. But I don't know what. Like, I could have it summon, like, I could make y'all nitwits. But then I feel like that's less fun. I don't know. I don't know if we do vanilla creatures or if we do a modded creature. I don't know. Like, there's just a lot of thoughts. Alright, the water should be done steeping my dried berries. There we go. The one thing I will be very clear on, and this is something I've tried to make pretty standard when it comes to Minecraft and all that stuff. I won't allow you to do things that cause damage because of other people's bases, and I won't do things that allow you to basically spawn things that give me items. Is kind of the rule there. You're allowed input. There's a hangout one for a reason. I'm pretty sure I still got a hangout channel, right? Yeah, there's a hangout one. Whoa! That one was my PC. That one was my PC. Lost just over a second there. That wasn't the game. Don't know what caused that. Not ideal. But yeah, no. I wanna do like it could be like allays that can't hold anything would be an option. I'd consider doing like the ribbit mod, which I think would be a cute one, but it is very not vanilla. I'm not sure. Do 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 do. Yay, hot berry water. The ribbit mod is very cute and is very much one of those that I'm like, that would work really well. I just wonder if it's not vanilla enough. Like, as much as I am going to have modded things, I want the modded things to not feel like they're there, and I feel like the ribbit mod might be too much. You know what I mean? Like, there's kind of that level of how modded is too modded to still feel vanilla. And that's the one that's kind of that line. Hey, Wim. In your defense, Wim, I started late, which means all the alerts and things are thrown off pattern. Right? So. Because, like, we're going to have copper hoppers. Copper hoppers definitely modded, but they feel like they feel vanilla. I'm going to add the joy of painting if I can. I don't know if the updates matter a lot there on the version. I don't know if I can run joy of painting in its current version on modern Minecraft. But like the Joy of Painting mod is definitely not vanilla, but the results of using it are, because it just creates map art, right? So Joy of Painting is one I'm considering adding. Waystones are one that don't feel vanilla, but are more of a, this is an important kind of feature to allow for ease of travel for people and things like that, without having to worry about like a full like hub network and things like that, which I feel is a good one to do. So it's just kind of those questions of like what's the approach I want to take on certain mods? Do they feel vanilla enough? Do they not? And we'll just kind of have to see as it goes. Do 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 do. Ding. What am I looking at? Oh, it's like you're missing something here. Where? Hey, I didn't get that speaker. Oh, I think I found what I was missing. It's funny to just be missing just a massive second and go, oh, found it. Got it. Nice, Wim. 40 stream streak. I really wish those watch streaks would show up and mix it up. I'm hoping Mix It Up sorts that out. Otherwise, I have to watch both chats for the time being. Doo-doo. Okay. I'm assuming we're looking at dirt along the top edge of this. Yep, right there. There. Gonna focus on that trim first. Got it. Almost everything is clean. And then we'll clean a tractor. What are we looking at? Really, I didn't... Oh, wow, I didn't finish this. Okay. Accidentally finished it while not putting the thing away. Of course it was a pair of skates. I did not do bad at all getting this. Boom! Like, I was thorough. Do 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 do. To the tractor. Dun, 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 dun. I also I really look forward to redoing the soundboard stuff. For those who don't know, I want to redo the soundboard stuff, but I very specifically want to redo them by basically doing the same soundboard things, but like hand painting the sound alerts rather than having them be the official graphics and using fonts and things like that and trying to match it. I want to do similar, but just give my own vibe. Like, I'm fine with the one I have for... I am fine kind of with, like, the Rabbids countdown and things like that. But I'd like to just, like, make them all redraws. Where I'm like, okay, here's what it is, and here's what I want to make, you know? And just create something really fun. And a little more painterly, and a little more me. It's gonna be hard when I try to do that in... when I try to do the video game design stuff, though, because I want to try and get that painterly feel across in the game that I want to make as well, but I don't know how well that's going to work. That may need to be smoothed out a lot, or I may need to give up on a lot of it. Just due to, I have a feeling any good way to do that is going to be a little hardware intense, and while my new system will probably be able to handle it no big deal, I don't want to cause issues for other people. Or for people who want to play it, you know? Generally, it'll probably just be a fuzz layer. Like, I think the idea would be basically every model would have, like, you know how, like, anime shaders exist in games where they basically give everybody an outline? That's usually done by putting a second rig of the same player model over top of the current one. But I would probably just do that, but just have a layer that is a painted texture on top with a lot of transparency that it would see through. And then you would get a kind of furry effect over top of it without it being, like, actually a shader. The only issue is it would double the poly count, so I gotta figure out a low poly way to do things. But the characters should be fairly low poly with what I have in my head. I don't really have an actual design for what I want the characters to look like, or anything, but again, I'm inspired by Katamari, so you can see that they aren't gonna be, like, the most detailed little guys. The idea is to have them be extremely customizable, though, with a bunch of, like, unlocks and things, and put a little playful gotcha in the game, and... By the way, you know the silent monks up at the temple. Yeah, we spoke many times. I'm getting very excited seeing you here at the farm, almost squeaking in delight, in fact. Hey, Nikki. One of them needs to be Moss. Are we talking the characters I want to make for the game? I mean, the general idea is that they'll all be... I don't know what the design is going to be or anything like that. Like, I obviously can't get too similar to Katamari, otherwise I'd feel horrible. As much as I love Katamari, it's not my place to kind of steal that design, right? Because that's theirs. But I do want to do simple, silly little guys and whatnot that can be customized by people and let them name them whatever they want. But I will need, like, names for the players and all that. That is... This tire needs to be moved back in this hubcap, because that's cutting it a little close. I don't disagree. I feel like, yeah, what'll probably have to happen is, like, have a bunch of, like, chill NPCs just around the map or whatever. And then maybe completing quests for them can unlock a base shape, like give them a bunch of different varied models, like, oh, you've unlocked the base shape of, and then, like, for that one would be like, you unlocked Moss's base, and then you can customize some of that stuff as well, and one thing that's got me a little sad with this power wash, though, is they did the whole grand reveal on the bathroom, which was, like, level 2. They haven't bothered to do, like, a grand reveal or anything. What it really is, Nikki, is he's traumatized because he's heard of Mari. It's like, no, back off. There we go. Mari, do you want to be in a video game? Do we put you in a video game at some point, Mari? I feel like Mari would be a good Easter egg. Just like off in the distance. Because like one of the things is I want to basically make the whole thing tiny little creatures, Katamari cousin size, tiny little creatures, existing kind of in like exploring different terrariums. And like you're collecting moss from those terrariums as they grow, and then the moss is your currency, and the moss just regrows over time. Is the general idea. So could very easily have like Mari up in the distance.
Me? Yay, I wanna be famous.
But just put Mari like up on a shelf off in the distance or something. The big thing is I'm gonna have to learn how to do the whole interesting thing with skyboxes that I learned about from Half-Life. But a lot of games, the skybox is actually like a really tiny box with a whole bunch of stuff in it, and then it just projects it around the map, and it's not actually there. And I'd like to do that with like a room around everything, right? And then you just have that being projected as a very small scale thing. But place Mari on like a shelf or something, just watching. But the whole process of the whole aspect of the game is just to collect things like that.
Just don't make me do too much for it.
You don't got to do anything, Mari, other than model for the 3D model. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that's the thing. Just have Mari, like, up somewhere. And, like, I feel like that's kind of the big thing, is just have little Easter eggs in the environment. I don't even need to have them, like, in the playable area unless they work at that scale, right? Just make a whole bunch of super simple models that would just be off nearby. Like PS1, PS2 visual quality off in the distance. Don't have to be too... Like, that's going to be the big thing for me, is I just need to work on trying to deal with, like, old school resolutions. I don't need to make... And this is, I think, where a lot of people get hung up when it comes to, like, making a game, is they try too much to get, like, really fancy graphics. And it's like, no, no, no. Find a simple style that works. How low detail can you go and still get your message across is kind of the big thing I think that's going to happen. But I'll definitely talk to like every one of my friends across all sorts of media and just be like, hey, do you want an Easter egg in this? Do you want an Easter egg in this? Do you want an Easter egg in this? And just like let them draw little bits of little doodles, graffiti, whatever. Let everybody have their own little thing. What am I after? Because, like, I've been realizing this lately. I have a lot more connections than I realized, and a lot more, like, friends in different places than I've noticed. And it's just like, holy hell, I really need to, like, actually go like, hey, do you want to, like, have something with this? Do you want something here? Like, I mentioned this to Orchestrario the other day when he had raided. I had just said, like, as a general thing, I'm gonna hit up every music maker and just go, hey, do you want your music in the thing? And just make whatever the hell you want. You know, like just let people go all out, do their own thing, and be silly. And now I've got some money here. What can we get? So I can't afford that yet, but if I sell that, I can almost afford that. Which would be good. I could also get a soap sprayer on this, which I might need, but that for 1,800 seems kind of important. So I'm going to save up. I'm going to get the long length one, I think. What's nice, though, is how easily you can sell and buy things. So it's not like I have to do this huge deal just to get new equipment. It's just like, no, no, no. But yeah, I'd like to work on getting basically as much stuff as I can in it and things like that, and like do all these references and things. Oh. The white nozzle is not strong enough. But there's like a lot of like little references and things. I'd like to do a like some sort of Easter egg section where maybe all people on Patreon or something could be like if I do a Patreon thing for it. If it's going well, I want to be clear. If it's going well, do like a Patreon area for it. Like here's all the Patreon people or whatever, and they get to be a part of it or whatever in a little like section for it, and they can explore that little area. Oh, where's the alert? There it is.
Oh,
Thank you, Anonymous.
An anonymous gifter just provided someone with a gift sub.
Though I am going to call this out as a thing. This is something I do on some streams. So as not to have to deal with the auto renewal, I have anonymously gifted myself subs before. Just because it doesn't give you the auto renewal thing when it's a gift sub, but you can gift sub yourself one as anonymous. I'm not saying that's what's happened here, but that's something I have done. I feel like I want to sub, but I don't want to have to go into the subscription thing and undo the sub there. Because it's not easy. It's not the easiest thing to unsub. Yeah, hey Milk. But yeah, you can totally gift yourself anonymously gift yourself a sub. I was lurking your stream of the Talos Principle the other day. Why do I feel like me playing Talos Principle 2 made you go, I want to play Talos Principle now? It's not great. It's not great right now. I'm having trouble getting myself to drink and eat in general right now. As a whole. But it is what it is. I'm used to it. Hopefully it sorts itself out a bit tonight, because I'd like to play more Talos Principle, because I do want to beat that, even if viewer turnout is decreasing on it. I feel like I'm at like 70% of the way through the game. Hey, Finn. I don't often finish games on stream, so I like Because viewer turnout decreases the longer you play a game. People get less and less interested in it, so I tend to not finish things if they're longer games. But I would really like to finish that one. I also think it's nearing time I do my regular play through all the Uncharted games for no reason. Talos Principle is one I never finished the first one. I did see it get finished, but I got burned down on some of the puzzles. Uncharted is just funny to always come back to because it glitches every time. And I get new glitches every time I play. It's such a broken game. It's a great game, but oh my god. I appreciate you popping in, Finn. The number of times I would just, like, slide, like, high speed off of a ledge that I jumped at to grab. Yeah. I like the concept. I like the concept of doing that milk. Though I do raise a question with the idea of doing that when it comes to Katamari. Because there's two strategies that go at hand here. Would this be if it would be an actual race that would involve ending levels early? Which is a very specific thing. Like, that is a very specific way to play the game, is, like, complete the goal, end the level, complete the goal, end the level, race through it. And Nikki, I feel... Oh, God, you're saying... There's either two options here. Either you're saying I'm going to get distracted, is one thing you're saying there, Nikki. Or you're going to play cards against me. Which is also rude. Melange would be banned for that, as per its own description, Somya. But yeah, a race would only work if we're allowing ending levels early, because otherwise they're timed levels, right? So there is a set amount of time to do like a valid proper run. So I think that becomes a very mixed thing. I'm not opposed to the concept, though. I am not opposed to the concept. But yeah, it is one of those things where I am not a fan of speedrunning typically, but adding a friendly competition kind of thing like that, I'm not opposed to, so maybe. Have a good one, Arcane. Also, hello, Felinity. Meow. Burr, burr. First to get the cow bear. Oh. First to get the cow bear, I think, would be a valid one. So basically play the levels, unlock, like start from the beginning, play the levels, unlock the cow bear, and successfully roll up the cow bear. That would add more interest to it. That would add more interest to it. See, that is a way to make that into an interesting battle. Especially if starting at square one. The desire to be cocky, though, during it, and actually, like, complete each level and then do the cow bear is not zero. Like, actually fully do each level. Like, there we go. The one thing that always gets me in the cow bear level is I can never remember which Katamaris you're able to pick up Daisy and not lose. I'm still trying to get the new, the cow bear on the new one. I haven't done that yet. I haven't tried too hard, but I have not succeeded. My Roomba is alive now. It makes for a good timer to tell me it's 3 o'clock. But yeah, no, I'm not opposed to the idea. I do like the idea of random competitions and stuff like that. You're now giving me the idea though with with the game I want to do just as a like mini game option is allowing people to race to collect things as a voluntary event with no bonus perks. I mean, getting the cow bear for me is usually less than an hour to try and get the cow bear based on just playing the cow bear level. The real problem with levels like that is literally not getting bored with the level after you fail 5 or 6 times. The problem is there's also the possibility to just get it first try. Because I have that racetrack memorized. Oh, are we learning? Are we learning that this orb is maybe what's causing the volcano to create the ash? Ooh. I'm intrigued. Because that's what it looks like to me. It looks like the silent monks in the temple are actually what caused the volcanic eruptions. Oh yeah, no, Ceranos. This game has lore about gnomes and curses and Bigfoot and all of that. Like, there's actual things going on, but the reason everything is covered in this soot is because of volcanic eruptions and things like that. So a lot of this is volcanic ash on a lot of the surfaces. It used to be labeled in the other ones. But there's also a whole conspiracy with the gnomes, which is why there's a gnome in every level. For countless generations, we've all been obeying a strict vow of silence until you turned up today, that is, and fulfilled your prophecy. Okay. Whilst perpetual silence helped prevent petty arguments, it unfortunately left us unable to agree on a workable cleaning rota. My Roomba is stuck on something. I may need to go save my Roomba. I just heard it spinning its wheels. I think the greatest Katamari player... They're non-English speaker, but I've been to their streams a couple times. They're always speedrunning Katamari. That's like all their streams ever are. If you ever check the Katamari thing for the Katamari games as a whole, they're probably live and streaming it. They have the record for 1,000,000 roses on every version of the game and all of that. It's absurd. Oh, thank you for the sub.
Whoa. Milk
Whoa.
Vortex just subscribed to us. Thank you.
That's pronounced EXE, Mari?
Help, my bones are being eaten by the rooms.
That's so weird, OBC. My overlay goes slightly over the border layer. What do you mean? The shine? Or what? Wait, what do you mean the overlay? I'm confused. What are we, what? Yeah, I need more explanation, Felinity. I'm so lost. Explain a little bit better, Felinity. I'm sorry, I just need... my brain is not fully functioning today, so a little more explanation would really help. It is what it is, OBC. The purple stumps go slightly over... Purple stumps. What? I don't know what you mean by stumps. I'm sorry. I do want to know what you're talking about. I'm not following. Purple stumps go over its... Oh, the trees! The trees in the background! Yes, the trees in the background do go over the glow portion a bit and over the goal bar. That is intentional. Got it. The silhouettes of the trees in the distance, yes. The screen is meant to be really, really, really massive and far away. And then that kind of helps explain how far away it is. But yes, that has actually always been there. Do 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 do. You've got me thinking of the whole, like, million of the, like, even though I was joking, the million moss balls thing. My brain is now trying to figure out, like, what would I do? I feel like I would definitely have a trophy in the game, like an achievement or whatever, for when you collected 1,000,000 or whatever at any point. Like, hey, you got 1,000,000, bravo, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I hate that, OBC. I'm so sorry. But I feel like definitely have a trophy related to like 1,000,000 of anything, right? Like that's kind of the thing is like, oh, you collected 1,000,000 this. Just to reference it. Really? 1,000,000? But to actually do some sort of level based on it would be a very specific mess to pry into. And I wonder, like, what level of that would be. Like, because just, like, the idea of doing that, right? Like, you've got your, like, it could be a million moss or whatever, but I feel like the whole point of what I want to do isn't to have, like, a stressful thing, so I almost feel like maybe it should just be... Maybe there's, like, random sticks or leaves that are, like, in the thing, and you'll just slowly collect them over time as you play, and then there's just, like, one unlockable with that. That'll just passively happen as you play, rather than it being its own standalone level. Like, instead of where you would typically have, like, collectibles that you just find, have them randomly spawn, and just over time you will slowly get that number. And then once you do, you get, like, a really pointless accessory that's just only available for people who hit that. Oh, no. The thing I was working on last night, for anybody who doesn't know, I was working on trying to figure out how my card should look so they'll enter like that. Is currently kind of the idea, but I'm not 100% sold on it yet. But having the new Streamloots cards slide in like that, and then they'll slide away as well. What is this? Sorry, I just got a subscription to Ultra Core in my emails. The hell is this? I didn't subscribe to this. I just got a text message from somebody saying I'm subscribed to them. It's a gaming rigs company, which isn't wrong. Something called Ultra Core. But I didn't sign up for this. So... what just signed me up? Okay. Well, yep, there we go. That's kind of the inspiration, Felinity. But I don't know if that's going to do what I'm after. Is kind of, like, that's the thing. I don't know if that's going to look the way I want it to. Is the main question. Like, I don't know... The issue isn't... just to be clear, the issue isn't that effect itself. It's not. It's a different company. That's where I'm a little suspicious on it. But no, with the card effect scrolling in, while that does work, I don't know if it's something that I'm happy with. Like, I totally agree that having the thing scroll in does work. It does what I need, and it is 100% a valid and proper, like, effect. It would look fine. Everything would be good. Nobody would be bothered by it, and it would be set. I just don't know if that is what I want it to be. Very specifically, I don't know if that's what I want it to be. And that's all it is. So it's like, yeah, I can do the scroll thing. The scroll is an idea that works. Just don't know if I want that. If that's what I would be happy with. So that's just kind of where I'm sitting, and I don't want to put in a whole bunch of work designing it fully when I'm not even sure if that's what I want in the end, you know? So I want to get some other drafts and ideas out there, but that is one that exists now, I guess is the case. Like, it is 100% one I would do. And could do. And would look fine. But it's along the same lines as what I'm kind of bothered with like, my goal bar, right? I still don't like the goal bar. It works, it does what it needs to. It just may not be what I want it to be in the long run. All it is. So, not opposed to my idea, but just not sure if it's the best for me. Ugh. What is nice though is the one thing with it though conceptually is it will work with every type of card. Like I can make a very basic card that really shows what it does and have that on there. Instead of what I've been doing where the cards are really complex and not entirely accurate. So I can do better looking cards. I say better looking. I can do less intricate, more, here's a giant image-based cards. And it'll be fine, but it's just work. That's all it is. Finding one I'm happy with, finding one that does work as well, and that's just my current idea is doing that scroll. I wasn't sure if the scroll was going to look right, but as soon as I added the cast lighting to it, it did fit in a lot better, so I'm not fully, like, oh, this is a bad idea to think. Like, no, it worked out. It did look really bad before I added the cast lighting. I actually want to show that. So, again, here's the color. But if I take off the cast lighting, it looked like that. Here's the default color. There it is with cast lighting. So there's the default color of my paper texture. This is when I made it into white paper because I felt like the white paper looked better. But see how it doesn't look right in my overlay. When I add the cast lighting though, it suddenly works really well. So the cast lighting is fine. The cast lighting definitely saves it, but it's not fully what I want yet. So I'll figure it out. I'm just going through some tests. Because I also can't really make the new ones until the new computer arrives because art programs bog my computer down to all hell right now. Hell, my stream freaked out during this, and I'm not even running anything other than my streaming software. Because this game isn't running on my PC. This music has major dot hack vibes. It just reminds me of dot hack boss fights. Dot hack, my beloved.
You must be great.
Great, you're hanging out with me. Ladder should not work on this. Let's be real. You should not be able to use a ladder to get up onto this. Because theoretically, this should be swinging. No. The music I've got playing right now. The music I've got playing right now sounds like dot hack. Okay. So, dot hack is a JRPG, and it is an older JRPG, which means it is very slow-paced. But if you are cool with slow-paced games, then it 100% holds up. I think the first series is better than the second series. Second series is better visually, but the dungeons are more interesting. Everything, I think, is better in the first one, and I think it's important to play the first one. The fact that they have a remaster of the second one and not the first is a travesty. And I am still mad at Bandai and CyberConnect for doing that. But I know CyberConnect did make the call, and they said just tell Namco you want it, and they're like, and then maybe they'll release it, but maybe they'll get them to do it. But it's yeah. Nice, Taiga. But yeah, it's a good game. It's one of my favorites. It actually is part of the inspiration for my outfit right now. That and Shangri-La Frontier. The general universe that exists in Dot Hack is that of Shangri-La Frontier. Straight up. I mean, so am I, Milk. So am I. And of course you are. You had Super Milk Chan as one of your model stuff. Of course I know your age group. You don't rev for Super Milk Chan if you're not at least my age. I never played it. I tried to play it, and I don't know. Something just didn't sit right with me on Okage. No hate to the game. It just wasn't, like, pulling me in. Like, there's certain games that just don't quite pull me in, and that's one of them. Don't know what it is. No hate to it. Definitely a neat game, just very aware that it is not for me. But yeah, no, yeah, the original Dot Hack is really good. It's, to me, it's probably the most impressive PS2 game I ever played. And I know there are more visually impressive games out there by technical standards, but, seed-based dungeon spawning. I actually own Under the Skin. It's sitting in here somewhere. Like, I've got Under the Skin somewhere in this room. I think I've got the PS2 version. But I know there's a GameCube version as well. I've got it in here. But no, Dot Hack is really interesting because it is a seed-based dungeon game where it's an MMO. It's a fake MMO, like it's meant to feel like an MMO, and you have experiences of updates and events and things like that. It's what Sword Art Online ripped off. Gotcha, OBC. But it's what Sword Art Online ripped off. It's really good. I do recommend, if you want to have some fun with it and kind of get weird lore without fully understanding, which it's actually a really fun way to get into it. I do recommend watching. There's a handful of Dot Hack movies out there, but I would really recommend out of all of them, there is a more recent one that is a 3-part mini-series one. I can't remember the name of it. I always blank on which one. But it is a 3-part miniseries one, and I would say watch that one because it gives you. It's got a bunch of references in it, but part of the fun of Dot Hack is when the original Dot Hack came out, so was the anime, and they actually did like weird crossovers with each other, but they weren't substantial. Like they're parallel worlds of each other, and they reference each other and have characters that reference each other, but it's really cool. And as a thing with Dot Hack as well, I do recommend before going on from like game 1 to game 2, you beat game 1, because it's a 4-part game. You beat game 1 and then keep playing until max level. And then you beat game 2 and you play until max level. Because there's bonus dungeons, there's bonus fights, there's bonus armors, there's bonus lore. It's really good. I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful game. It's a lot of fun. There's no need for guides or anything, but it is one of the inspirations for my character design, and it is one of my top games of all time. I want to get a tattoo reminiscent of the Data Drain at some point. That is one of the 3. So I have my Katamari tattoo. I want to get a Journey tattoo around that. I want to incorporate The Last Guardian. I want to incorporate Shadow of the Colossus. I want to incorporate the Data Drain from Dot Hack. It's just thing after thing after thing. I want to eventually get a sleeve, but that involves financial stability, which I do not have. Yeah, I have a Katamari tattoo on my left shoulder. I'm saying shoulder, not shoulder. Left upper arm that I drew myself, and it's got it says Katamari Damacy in the middle of it, and then it's a Katamari shape that has a purple, like the sky right now in my overlay, color of cosmos with stars and stuff in it. I have two tattoos. I have the Katamari tattoo and I have an arc reactor tattoo. So I have an arc reactor tattoo across my chest, which originally had UV ink in it, and my skin rejected that, but it used to glow in the dark. It's not easy for me to take a photo of it, but I will at some point post a new photo of it. Let's go with that. I will post a photo of the tattoo at some point again. It's getting older. I've had it for over a decade now, so it's not as vibrant as it used to be. PS2 games were a really hit or miss thing, but it was always neat to see because they had opened it up to more indie devs for development stuff. Like, it was a lot easier for indie devs to get into it, which is why you got a lot of the absurd games and weird games out of the PS2 era. And it allowed for me to fall in love with gaming again. Like, I talk about this. Katamari made me fall back in love with gaming because there was a chunk of time in the PS2 era, and I think anybody from Western audiences would be fully aware of the fact that games for a bit of time became sports, racing, or brown shooters, and the PS2 was a huge chunk of that. It was sports, it was shooters, and they were brown, and it was racers. That was a lot of the games, and it was a lot of franchise tie-ins with movies. Games were becoming fairly bland unless you really started picking up oddball things. And Katamari was the oddball one that, like, saved gaming for me and really made me go, like, no, video games are awesome. Video games don't have to be this generic thing that I see everywhere. And I loved video games, don't get me wrong. Like, I love video games prior and, like, that, but, like, to actually fall in love with video games, Katamari is what brought me back. Before that, it was Crash Bandicoot 2. I was really big on Crash Bandicoot 2. That was PS1 era, though. I really enjoyed Rayman prior to that. Toe Jam and Earl was oddly something I played way more than I think it deserved. Am I wrong in saying that for this to be 50%, it feels like there's more here? Like, how is this only 50%? Or not even 50%? Have we hidden crap again? Is that what's going on? Did we finally hide stuff in a level again? Rayman 3 was good. I played Rayman back... Oh, God. You know what? You know, I'm gonna bring in something weird. If I were to ask you what you think the best advancement in video games is, I bet we're gonna have very different answers, but I'm gonna stand by my answer, and I don't think there's anything that is arguably not better than this. The best advancement to video games of all time. And it is one specific thing. And it's gonna sound silly. But I'm a stand by it. To me, the answer is memory cards. Memory cards were the biggest and most important advancement of video games. Because that was not always the case. You used to have to put in codes. So 100% memory cards. Second most important thing to me was analog sticks. But, like, memory cards, so important. Alright, we hit the 50% mark, and this feels like this is going to be a pain to actually clean. I need to manually save. I'm going to have to remember that. Ugh, but, ow! Hey, Amber, but that is going to be it for today. Ugh. That is going to be it for today. Bit of a shorter one, but that is because I started an hour late. I did try to run long to kind of make up for it a little bit. I really thank you all for coming by and spending time here. I am going to send you over to my partner who is doing Hermitcraft stuff. So go bug them. Go bug Cleo for me. But thank you again for Somia, Saranos, Anonymous, and Milk for the subs. I really do appreciate it. Sorry, face. I'm having a day. And thank you, Snow, for the bits. Thank you, face. I hope I will as well. I need to try and force myself to eat is where I'm at right now. But I'm gonna send you over to my partner. I hope you have a fantastic one. Go be lovely. Go be fantastic. I don't normally try to rate up this much, but I don't feel like searching to see who's actually live. But I love and appreciate y'all. I hope you have a good one. That said, I'll catch y'all next time. See ya. Love ya. Bye-bye. Also, thank you for the follow.